What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, your host today, and we have a really great text message that we're going to break down for you guys straight from one of my clients in my program. And there's a lot of pros and cons to it. We work with the guys in my program a lot on texting, and a lot of guys just struggle with not knowing what to say, or they can talk to like a 7 or an 8, but when it comes to the girls that they're really into, like a 9 or a 10, a lot of the guys start to kind of just fall apart, and they don't really know how to text, and they get too logical, and they don't really know what to say, and they kind of just get flustered and get nervous, and they start playing their cards just way too close to the chest. And so we're going to be we're going to be breaking down this text message here. Make sure you guys stay until the end of the video, because I have a really great comeback for what she was saying at the end of these text messages that a lot of guys get, and this test is something that most guys get, but a lot of guys just don't know how to respond to it. And so if you guys want some mega value, stay until the end of this video where I talk about really how to respond to this test that she threw at him that most guys get and most guys fail. But let's start by just jumping into this and just breaking down these text messages here where she was texting him. Looks like it was on Instagram. So she starts off by saying, "No, I'm asking because I'm going in today." So they're obviously talking about work-related stuff or something like that, right? They must work together, so they must be coworkers at the same place, which is, you have to play at your own risk, because there's a lot that can go wrong with trying to date your coworkers, and that's why if you do want to date your coworker, you have to really be able to game them properly, right? And what I mean by game them properly is that you want to be on this pendulum where you're not way too out there and you get in trouble for what you're saying, but the stuff that you're saying, you could just easily pull back and be like, "Oh, I was just kidding. I was just kidding, of course. I didn't mean any of it." Right? So you want to be able to, because you don't want to be in that point where it's like you can't even say you were joking and it was just way too forward too much, right? You just want to be in this playful realm, this challenging realm where you're almost talking down to her as if she's like a bratty little sister, right? You imagine a girl that, let's say you have a little sister, right? And she's talking about some boy from school. She comes home and she's like, "Oh, this little boy was picking on me." And you're like, "Oh, do you have a little crushy poo on that boy? Oh, are you going to ask him out?" And she's like, "Ew, gross. I don't like boys." And she slaps you. You want to talk down to her in that condescending manner, that playful, challenging manner right there. So she goes, "No, I'm asking because I'm going in today." Right? And he goes, "Nope, I'm off. Hopefully because I got called in yesterday. And my boss told me that they won't need me today and to enjoy my day off." So right there, he's already being just way too logical, as you can see, right? He's like, "Nope, I'm not." She's saying "No, I'm asking because I'm going in today," and he just completely takes it totally logical. I would have been like, "Who's going in what now?" With those little eyes, a little playful misinterpretation right there, talking about going inside of something. You can easily interpret that as something flirty and sexual. So that's called misinterpretation. It's a very powerful flirting technique right there. So he's just way too logical here. Logic is the enemy to attraction, right? So whatever she says, you want to just have a playful comeback to it. And then he goes, "Wow, it's only like you use me for my presence, JK." So with that, kind of shows some insecurity there, right? He's like, "You're only using me for my presence." And I know he's trying to be funny and playful, and I tell guys to kind of do this, but he just completely did it wrong. Where I tell you guys to say something like this, where it's "You use me for my presence only," it's not in that way. Think about when a girl, let's say you go out to the bars or the clubs and you're talking to a girl, and you guys are flirting, and then she hits you with that line where she's like, "Just so you know, I'm not sleeping with you tonight." Right? That's kind of where I tell you guys to use that, is to reverse engineer and do that back to the girls, where it's the girls slapping your arm and talking to you in the club, and you look at her and you're just like, "Just so you know, you're cute, but I'm not going home with you tonight." Okay? He did it in this insecure, where do I stand kind of manner. Can I have your attention, please? That kind of way. And that's what I got. That's what I get from this. And there's way too many fucking emojis in these text messages here. Way too many laughing emojis. I know it's not that funny, and you should be using different emojis like the smirk and the wink, and even going up this tier list. Maybe I should do a video about the which emojis mean what to girls. Let me know in the comments if you guys want more of that, or want that video to be made. But she goes, "Wow," I think it says "my bad," shaking my head is what I think she meant by that. And she goes, "And girl, I'm asking." So then he goes, I know you're asking, I had to have a little bit of fun with it. I'm off today, but if I get called in, then I'll be there. So again, like he's going like very, very logical, right? And when she's like, I'm asking, I would have been like, asking me on a date? Wow, you're forward. Again, like misinterpreting it because she's like, I'm asking. I'd have been like, asking me on a date. You're so forward. Wow, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of forward of you. And just seeing where she goes with that, that's called the test close, to see how she reacts to that. And based on how she reacts is going to equal just how you respond to that and then get her on the date. So he goes way too logical again. He's playing it way too safe, way too close to his chest. So she goes, okay, shoddy. And I like his comeback here. At least he's learning something. So he goes, oh, so now you're hitting on me, right? How like a guy's like, oh, hey, shoddy. Like that means like he's flirting with her, means he likes her, right? And she's like, okay, shoddy. And he's like, damn, so you're hitting on me now. There we go. Like this is what I've been waiting for to see right here. He goes, so now you're hitting on me, baby. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere here. Now we're cranked up the heat a little bit here. I like how he did that. He goes, you know you ought to take me out before you start calling me things like that. And then he said, JK, laughing my ass off. Don't say JK. Don't take that away. Don't take that away with it. Like he keeps saying JK, like he's like pulling back on his flirting here. Like the JK like kills the entire line. Like it that shows like insecurity. He's like, just kidding, and like takes it away. Right? He's like, it's like he's trying, and he's like, oh god, I got scared. Right? I'm like, no, just say it, bro. Be bold. Women favor bold and arrogant and cocky men. Okay? You know you gotta take me out before you start calling me things like that. I would have slapped a smirk on that thing, man. You're doing way too many laughing emojis, bro. I know it's not that fucking funny, man. Put the smirk on that thing. Put the wink on that thing, man. Be bolder, right? Go for what you want as a man. And then she goes, OMG, shut up. You want to be called cabron instead, or pendejo. I don't know what those things mean. I think pendejo might mean annoying, maybe? I'm not really sure. And then she goes, choose, with like these ugly faces emojis, right? I would have been like, if I was in that situation and she's like, OMG, shut up. You want to be called cabron instead, or pendejo? This is what she's doing right here. She's trying to take control of that frame, right? She's trying to take the frame for herself. And I would have been like, how about daddy? With a little winky face. Imagine how this girl would have reacted to that text. So how about daddy instead? Right? She would have been like, oh my gosh, you're so annoying. And then from here, you would want to set the date, right? So you want to get this girl on a date because he's just texting way too much. Be like, yeah, so like when you free to meet up? You know, when you're free to meet up and talk about my nicknames. Something like smooth as butter like that, and then just set the date. So if you guys need help with texting or with really just attracting quality women instead or in general, then reach out to me on Instagram and just message me the word like purple monkey is the YouTube word to let me know that you guys are from YouTube. So send me the word purple monkey and we'll make sure to put you guys as priority for when you guys do message me on Instagram, because dude, I get a lot of messages, okay? I bet probably like 100, 200, 300 per day right now. And it's just continuing to grow. So that's why it's important we have those code words to really just like, you know, set you guys apart from the rest. And if that's not enough, like, you know, if that's just like too much, just like comment down below like something like 3 to 4 sentences, something you want to know more about. Maybe I'll make a video about it. And if you guys are really, really serious and you guys want my help right away, book a call with me or my team down below. There's a link right there where you can book a call with us. Just fill out the form, and we'll see if you're a great fit for my program. I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and I will see you in the next video.